Hey guys, it's Alexa from iLoveKickboxing, and today I'm going to make a short video about protein. So, what is protein and why do we need it, and how in the world do we pick the right protein for our bodies? So today is just going to be a short video going over all of that. So first off, what is protein? Protein is made up of amino acids, and they're pretty much the building blocks of muscle. So everyone knows that muscle is made out of protein. And the reason why we need protein is not only to rebuild those muscles, but to aid in digestion, maintain the body's water balance, protect against disease. I have a list here. It carries out oxygen to regulation of blood clotting, helps your red blood cells, hairs, fingernails, all that good stuff. So it's more important than just building muscles. It's a macronutrient for a reason. We need it for more things than just one thing. So whatever you do, make sure you're really getting your protein in. So a protein itself is made up of amino acids. We have these tiny little building blocks that are transported to the muscle, thus helping it grow or rebuild from whatever damage you've done from working out or exercising. So there's 20 amino acids. And just like the letters in the alphabet, there's 26 letters in the alphabet. We all know that there are hundreds of thousands of words in the English language, but just like there's only 26 letters, we can arrange them in as many ways as we want to make different words. So amino acids are the same way. Even though there's only 20, we can arrange them in a lot of different ways, and that will give us different proteins. So let's get started. How much protein do I need? That's a common question that I think a lot of people ask. And there's not like one standard answer because everybody's different, everybody's training different, everyone has a different metabolism. Our bodies just work in so many different ways. I know that the recommended daily allowance is around 40 to 56 grams for men and women, and that is pretty much a sedentary lifestyle. So if you don't live a sedentary lifestyle, if you're really looking to build muscle, if you're working hard, really training, working out every day, stuff like that, you're going to need more protein than that. So for that, the recommended allowance or daily intake would be 0.8 to 1.5 grams of protein per pound of body weight. So for instance, the average of that would be about 1 gram protein per pound of body weight. If you weigh 150 pounds, you should be trying to take in around 150 grams of protein as long as you're, really putting your all into your workouts and you're using that extra protein to repair your muscles. So that covers that. What to look for in protein? I feel like that's another really common question that people have been asking at iLoveKickboxing lately. And pretty much, for something to actually be a protein powder, it should be at least 80% protein. So when you're looking, let's just take one of these for example. When you're looking at this little label, there we go, the main ingredient should be protein. So this one has 0 grams of fat, 3 grams of carbs, and 12 grams of protein. So this is officially a protein powder because it has at least 80% of protein. Very good. What else? Oh, another good kind of key to go for looking for a real clean protein powder is to make sure it has 0 to 5 grams of fat and 0 to 5 grams of carbs. And then, of course, the remainder of that would hopefully be protein. If you see something, if you pick something up, I don't have an example, but if you do pick something up and say the carbs are just about the same or maybe around the same as the protein grams, then that is probably not so much a protein drink but a weight gainer drink. What that's meant to do is kind of act like an extra meal because as we know, protein needs a carb to be carried over to the muscle cell. So what a weight gainer does, it's manufactured to help you gain weight or gain size or gain muscle, whatever your goal is. And that's why it has the added carbs, so that it's all transported right to right to the muscle, and you're good to go. So that is covered. So yeah, that's what you should be looking for. There's a lot of variables when it comes to protein. So there's so many different types of protein, so many different sources of protein. And the protein itself, the ingredients can range a lot. So things like sweeteners usually are changing within protein brands. What happened? There we go. All right, so some proteins may be sweetened with sucralose or an artificial sweetener. So if you're sensitive to that, make sure you check the label. Some may be sweetened with stevia or truvia or, that stevia leaf extract, whatever. That's usually like more natural protein will have that. Sometimes it's just plain old sugar. So it's really preference. I'm not going to say that one's better than the other. It's really depending on your goals, what you want to allow for, what you don't want to allow for. So that's kind of your pick. Of course, stevia or stevia, however you pronounce it, and any type of artificial sweetener are going to probably be calorie-free, while sugar is going to add calories to your protein. So keep that in mind whenever you're looking. So now we got the basics covered. Let's go over the types of protein themselves. So one of the most common types of protein that you probably will see in stores, dun dun dun, it's whey. So no whey, ha ha ha. All right, so a lot of people use whey because it is quickly absorbed into your bloodstream. So as soon as you work out and you're wanting that quick protein hit so that it goes straight to your muscles, whey is the way to go, no pun intended. It is derived from milk, and like I just said, it's very quickly absorbed into the muscle. So that's great for post-workout. It's also, depending on what kind you get, it's relatively, fairly priced. So that's always good. Another type of protein would be casein. So casein is, once again, just like whey, it's milk-derived. The only difference is that, where did my sheet go? Oh, casein is slowly digested. So while whey is kind of like a quick hit to those muscles, casein takes a longer time to break down. So say you're going to bed and you really want to keep those muscles fueled so that they don't catabolize themselves during, say, your sleep time, that 8 to 12 hour period, or however long you sleep. No one sleeps 12 hours, never mind. But during that period, you want to keep those muscles fueled. So casein is more than likely the way you would want to go. Yeah, and another variation between whey proteins is a lot of times, this one actually, I don't know if this one says it. It does. This is a protein isolate. So on your whey proteins, you'll either see isolate or concentrate. So the difference between isolate and concentrate is kind of similar to the way it sounds. So concentrate is a more concentrated form of the protein. It's going to have more of those nutrients that isolate will not have that are naturally derived. And it has, it's less expensive, it's less processed. That is what whey concentrate is. Now, isolate, on the other hand, is whey concentrate that's been taken through an extra filtration step. So isolate is usually a little more expensive because it took one more step to manufacture, and it does not have those beneficial compounds that, say, concentrate may have. And it's also a little bit pricier. I think I just said that. But it has less carbs and less fat per serving than casein would, just because it's been, once again, filtered an extra time, kind of got rid of all those things, and now it's its purest form of protein. So that's whey, that's casein, that's isolate, and that's concentrate. Besides that, we've got a lot of vegan options on the market. So one vegan option you may have heard plenty about is soy. So soy protein is pretty cheap. One thing to be careful for, depending on your goals and what you prefer, is GMOs. A lot of soy products use GMO plants. So try to look for a little seal. This one it says non-GMO. So now I know that my soybean plant has not been processed with any weird chemicals because of that seal. One thing about vegan protein, or say soy, is that if you're sensitive to dairy, a vegan choice is the way to go. Isolate, casein, whey, and whey concentrate all have milk derivatives. They're derived from milk. So if you're sensitive to anything like that, you may want to opt for a vegan option. So soy is an option. You can try hemp. Hemp is derived from the hemp seed. So this is what hemp seeds look like. They're little tiny seeds. They're kind of waxy. They are a complete protein, which is really nice. like I said before, they have all of those amino acids that you need. And there's actually a study that said that hemp was the least allergenic. So if you have a really sensitive stomach, say certain things really bother you, hemp could be the choice for you because they're voted the least allergenic. Who knew? I didn't know that. One more option that we can go for is rice protein, brown rice. So brown rice, we usually think of it as a carb, but you can actually, apparently, take it through some filtration steps and make it into tasty protein powder. So this protein powder doesn't have any fat. It's got 3 grams of carbs, 12 grams of protein. So I think this one tastes pretty good. One thing to note that is it is not a complete source of protein. So you may want to like add different things throughout the day just to verify those amino acid profiles in your body. Last but certainly not least, another vegan option would be pea protein. So pea is actually my protein of choice. I prefer pea. I think it tastes really good, and I really like the consistency. Whey tends to be watered down rather quickly, so you don't need to add a lot of water in order for it to be like a very thin consistency. Whereas pea is a lot thicker for sure, which I kind of like because I feel like I can put more water in it. And it keeps me fuller just because I'm drinking more water, and it gives me like a bigger volume, and if I'm able to have a bigger amount of something, it's just appealing. So I like pea. Another thing that I found out was pea is generally a little more concentrated than whey. So if you're looking for the most protein bang for your buck, peas actually has a little bit more. Whey usually has 23 grams of protein per 30 grams serving, and pea usually has 25 grams of protein per 30 grams serving, so 2 grams more. Not bad. So whatever you do, I hope this video helped pick the protein that's right for you. There's vegan options, plenty of them. You can even get a blend. There's a lot of really good blends out there that blend all different plant-based proteins together for one really tasty treat, and they usually are complete proteins because they have so many things in them. But whatever you do, pick a protein. Let me know what you think. Make sure you comment, like this video, share it with all your protein-loving friends, and have a wonderful day.